Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be doing the Wipeout obstacle race, which is after the show Wipeout, and if you haven't seen it, you need to. So this video is going to show you all the fun we had doing it and all the information you're going to need to do it next year. This particular race was at the San Diego Del Mar Fairground. Our race started at 12 o'clock, but they just funnel you into this line and you got to wait, so we probably didn't run until 12:15, 12:30, and during that wait time, there was a guy with a megaphone and he's trying to get everybody hyped up, making them do stretches and acting a fool. But it was still kind of fun, got your energy going. And then you start running and you run around the San Diego Fairground, which was pretty cool because you ran through all like the horse races tracks and stuff and like the little towns that they had. So the first obstacle was like this rope shimmy type thing. And because you wouldn't get hurt if you fell, me and my friends kept trying to knock each other off of it, which added a little bit more fun to it. I was super surprised at the next obstacle because they gave you tubes, and once you picked up your tubes, they sprayed down the tube and your feet. Our group decided to dress up like people from Hawaii, so when the guy saw my outfit, he's supposed to be spraying down our tubes and our shoes, but he decided to spray me in my boobies. So after the little wet t-shirt contest, you climb up this huge hill. They told you to go feet first, and we ignored that rule and went down head first because that's a lot more fun.
Oh, my top almost came off.
This is one of the harder exercises because it requires a lot more strength, but if you watch my friend, he tries to go with a camera, and as he's going down, the camera wraps around one of the bars, so make sure when you have one of these cameras, you're not hitting yourself in the face or wrapping it around the monkey bars, so try to hold it some other way. I would say at every quarter section of the race they had a water station, so it was nice to just refresh because it's hot out and you need water. This one's called the Smash Wall. It's basically just a wall climb, and they had different sections set up for your skill level. The taller ones, medium ones, and smaller ones. I aimed for the taller one because I'm a tall person, so it was just kind of easy for me to do. And the landing side was, they had a little platform so you didn't fall off and hurt yourself. This is the Foam of Fury. It's just a normal water slide with foam on it, but because of my boobs, I only slid about halfway. And Nam did a lot better because he didn't have boobies, and he slid all the way and got completely covered in foam, which made for a great photo op, and it was hilarious. You like it. The next obstacle is the drop, a super steep incline that you needed a rope to get up, and then a super steep drop off, and I was like, Nam, do a flip, do a front flip.
Front flip it. Front flip it.
Now this is the main attraction, the big red balls. This is what everybody knows Wipeout for. And to me, it was the most fun because you just watch people get thrown about. I didn't see anybody make it past the second ball. And what's great about this whole race is that any obstacle, you could have easily just looped back around and redid it. And this one we did a couple of times because it was just so fun, so challenging. And when you stand up there, it's definitely a lot taller and a little more intimidating than you think from standing at the bottom. I'm not sure what this one was called, but it's basically like a big trampoline. It was gigantic. And it was real fun to bounce on, and they told you not to do flips. I'm sure if you did a flip, there would be no consequences. I don't think they would actually kick you out. You'd probably just be yelled at. But we didn't risk it just so we didn't get kicked out, just in case. But if you watch on the left, this guy bounces into this girl who's filming and completely knocks her into the netting. Quite hilarious. This one's called the Bubble Bash Swing. I don't know why it was called the Bubble or the Bash because neither of those things happened. Basically just a big, giant rope swing that if you fell, you would land on an air mattress. It is one of the harder ones if you don't have the strength to hold yourself up or if you don't know how to swing on a rope. I obviously have very skilled rope swinging skills. Okay, this is a sweeper. This one was cool because they put you inside of one of the buildings there, and it was the more intimidating ones because that thing was swinging very fast. But I quickly realized you can just crawl underneath it, and after watching people crawl underneath it, I was like, I am going to try to just jump over it. And it did not work out well at all because it obviously just throws me off the thing.
Holy shit.
And it hurt. It didn't stop rotating at the speed it was rotating. There was no give to it. I was just a little fly that it swatted away, and I went flying. But I highly suggest just jumping up and getting hit by it. It was way more fun than crawling underneath it. This is called the wrecking ball. 2 big balls hung by a crane that spun in a circle. And you walked across this little thing over a big pool of water, and they made you put on life jackets because you're obviously going to fall into the water.
You got something that'll fit over my boobs?
And finally, we're at the finish. This is the last one, called Happy Endings. And we raced up. I did not win. I lost my race. And it's very tall, very steep, and it's just one giant stair set into a giant slip and slide. The whole race, we didn't time it because we just ran for fun. So I don't really know how long the 5K with the obstacles takes. At the end, they had like a photo session with the big red balls you can pose with. Also, definitely bring your sunblock because I burnt myself. You might want to bring older shoes because they're going to get soaking wet. They're going to get covered in mud. There is a shoe donation at the end where they give shoes to people who need shoes. But this was really fun, and it's something that anyone can do. A lot of the obstacles, even if you didn't have the strength, you wouldn't get hurt. You would just land on an air mattress. And if you really didn't want to do it, you can just go around it. There's no requirement to do the actual obstacle. And it only costs about 40 bucks, but they have tiers, so the sooner you buy it, the cheaper it is. So look into that. I'll put the link for the website for the run in the description below, so you can see when it's coming to your area and how much it costs. I highly recommend dressing up. It's just one of those races where a lot of people dressed up and it added to the fun. So if you dress up, it adds to everybody else's fun. And if everybody else dresses up, it adds to your fun. So I highly recommend dressing up in a costume. If you're coming just to be a spectator, you're going to be sitting around and doing a whole lot of nothing. There was only 2 spots to watch. The very end, the big slide, and the wrecking balls, which is only going to be fun for a little while. But I would say it probably took about at least an hour for us to do the run. Subscribe to my videos. I put out a video randomly. I'm always doing some kind of adventure, traveling. The next video I'll probably put out will be my trip to Machu Picchu in Peru at the end of the month. So stay tuned, subscribe, and all that jazz. Thanks for watching. Also, check out the one at Digest. It's a classified website. I'll put the link for that website in the description below.
There's something wrong with